Looks like we might have championship point here, and we certainly do. 15-2 overall. Money is absolutely broken for G2. They have no loss bonus behind this. $1,400 per player. Already used their timeouts. It looks like we might be done.
Malek just powerless, forced to watch as the rest of this map will transpire. Good attempt from Nexa. Did manage to get himself a couple more for the stat pad, but yeah, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. I'm finding myself lost for words.
Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted, truly. And look at Electronic, he's just exuding confidence. He hasn't let go of W, and he's punished for it. Nexa now has a Krieg to fight this one off, and Kenny, he's not going down without a fight.
Interesting maneuver at championship point, I have to say, but still they're making it work. 2 versus 2, and it's going to be Simple and Flamey, who just seem to be taking matters into their own hands. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Your champions are going to be NAVI. It's a 3-0 clean sweep here in the grand final. This is a legit team. I didn't have much expectations for the whole squad. NAVI over the years have never really had a comprehensive lineup that makes sense where all the roles are filled, but finally, behind the firepower is Simple Electronic. They've got the pieces they need to be a world-class team.
The belief that Simple has in his roster is clear. Boomich leading them against some of the greatest minds of Counter-Strike, reinventing their game with Blade.
Yes, absolutely. They've actually learned as the tournament goes on as well. We're seeing them use the timeouts now. They're being more disciplined. They're reeling themselves in. They're not making all-in plays individually. Crossfires are enabled. The in-game leader is fragging out of his mind. It all makes sense. This is a team not to be messed with.
Another one for the trophy cabinet for Simple, of course. And I mean, the NAVI squad putting Perfecto in that seat. He trials as a budding recruit from Simon Gaming, and he gels. They give him the chance. You know, it's similar to that of so many names in 2020, but they've done it. Victory, unlike anything the Spodek has seen before. Nobody could touch them. They did it in the semi-finals, and they did it again in the grand finals. Your IEM Katowice 2020 champions! It's NAVI!
Our champions are both resilient, and our champions are merciless. And in the pursuit of the cup, they have waded through a sea of formidable opponents in these brackets. Every step of the way, they have found an answer and set the pace, dictating fights at their own discretion, and finally, smothering their opponents of G2 here on the stage. I'm absolutely ecstatic to present to you the Masters of Katowice. It's Nada Sincere, the champions of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 14.
On the 24th of January, they added this new kid. They added Perfecto, Guardian, the veteran. He got the bench. This team has come together in a short period of time. They've got the best players in the world, and they're starting to look like the absolute best team in the world, beating Astralis in back-to-back best-of-3s over the last 2 tournaments. Some of the names that these guys have toppled here today, absolutely insane.
We've seen a complete new level of this NAVI roster. We thought they could be good. A lot of people had high expectations coming into this tournament. People thought NAVI with Simple and Electronic could be one of the best teams in the world, and this is the first time they showcased that on the big stage. Not just winning, but winning in such a dominant fashion. NAVI completely dismantling G2.
They have absolutely shocked the world here in Katowice. This has been quite a showing, a tremendous showing. Boomich being a very impactful component of this victory for Nada Sincere, and well, we're going to hear from the champions direct.
We are indeed. That was absolutely outrageous. 2011, last time the NAVI's name was scribbled on to that trophy. What were you doing back then, back in 2011?
2011, I think I was 14. I was starting to play CES to grind for this trophy, because this trophy is insane. It's not like ESL 1 Cologne trophy or something like this. Intel Extreme Masters, you know. And it's insane for me.
In a career full of highlights, what does it mean to you right now to have won this trophy, to have your team NAVI scribbled across it?
I just understand that all work that we did, it was very insane. And all my teammates feel this power right now. And when you sit and just enjoy your teammates' highlights all the time, it's just the best feeling.
To win a trophy is amazing. To win it in the fashion you did, what does that give you as a squad for the future?
I think just give us extra confidence. We should never forget that we should work more and more, because it's only 2 weeks and a really good results for our new roster. I think we have a good potential and everyone understands this, and yeah.
If you've done this after 2 weeks of training, what do you do after 6 months, after a year?
Well, I hope we're gonna be one of the best teams in the world and people will call it.
Is this the NAVI era now?
Yeah.
Well, listen, it was amazing to watch you play. Let's get you to sign this camera once more. They are your Grandmaster champions for the 3rd time, 9 years after last winning it. NAVI, the champions of Katowice 2020.
Just an absolute bashing here. When you look at these numbers, when you try to explain and quantify what it is to have 2 members of your team only die a collective of 5 times throughout the last map of the series on Mirage, what on earth have we just witnessed?
The last 2 days watching NAVI, and this is no word of a lie, I have been sitting there watching the game and just laughing, because what I have seen unfold in front of my eyes, I cannot believe. I thought seeing Astralis take Counter-Strike to new heights with their preparation, with how drilled they were, with how they raised the bar for teamwork in Counter-Strike, that level was amazing. But this level right here, if this is a consistent NAVI level, oh my God, the world has to watch out.
It's the transformation as well. Coming into the tournament, we saw them in the very first game against FaZe Clan. It wasn't necessarily looking bad, but it wasn't looking like a team that could end up winning the entire tournament. The way NAVI has transformed himself into being a world beater right here, winning IEM Katowice 2020 in such a fashion, it's really, really impressive.
Yes, that's right. The president of Katowice here on site. Don these medallions on these players, these champions, these that have come so far, endured so much through the test of time up to this point. If you're a NAVI fan, if you've been in the NAVI camp, you're definitely holding your head high tonight.
Can you imagine how Perfecto must feel?
Absolutely not. I cannot even think.
What an absolutely unreal feeling for that youngster just joining this team, you know, being the 5th man, the new kid on the block, and then going on to play with some of the best Counter-Strike players in the world, and then lift a trophy at his first outing with them in terms of a big final like this.
In the Spodek.
I could not imagine just
What
that
a story.
feeling.
That's just unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh. It is unbelievable, and I can only imagine how he must feel right now. I can only imagine how the entirety of NAVI must feel right now.
Right now, right here, the place to be, Katowice 2020. Of course, now we need to look at the fine details, the fine print there at the very bottom. We need to now look forward into what is the gameplay of these players that have really come out here in spades and shown up in buckets.